49ers Rebel Talk. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of 49ers Rebel Talk, your headquarters for the latest news on the San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, the Niner Man. It is great to have you with us. Today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2016, coming to you from Anaheim, California. Before we begin, as always, I just want to thank everybody for the support. Those of you who have been visiting my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/firebalky. As of this moment, we are at 540 likes. Thank you so much. And remember, without your support, this podcast would not exist. Those of you who are always using your iPads, iPods, and iPhones, don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes. All you have to do is search for 49ers Rebel Talk, and you will be able to find us quickly. This coming Sunday, don't forget, which is February 7th, Super Bowl 50 from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A great matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Should be a good one. Okay, everyone. The soap opera continues for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's not forget that last year's offseason for the 49ers was a nightmare. So far, this offseason has not been a nightmare, but there has been some drama. So let's get started. On Friday, January 29th, 2016, according to NBCSports.com, an article was posted that was entitled, 49ers owner declares fresh start for Colin Kaepernick. And fresh start in quotes, actually. Here's what Jed York had to say, quote, "We want Colin to get back healthy as soon as possible. We want to make sure that he's able to take the field whenever he's available," end quote. And realistically, many 49ers fans provided positive feedback regarding York's confidence in Colin Kaepernick. Obviously, I am one of those 49ers fans who was very happy to read that article. But then, all of a sudden, and of course this should not be a surprise right now, yesterday, February 2nd, there was an article posted by SBNation.com that was entitled, Colin Kaepernick disillusioned with 49ers and reportedly desires trade to the Jets. The New York Daily News reported that quarterback Colin Kaepernick was setting his sights on the East Coast for the 2016 season. Kaepernick is said to be interested in joining the Jets after riding the bench for the latter half of the season with the 49ers. Okay, now, realistically, how much validity does this article hold? We still have not heard anything yet directly from Colin Kaepernick himself. And since we have not heard anything from Colin Kaepernick, let's take the time now to listen to what some 49ers fans have to say about this issue regarding Kaepernick wanting to get traded. First, we have Joaquin Medina from Wilcox, Arizona, who had this to say, quote, "Colin Kaepernick is the heart of the 49ers. When he plays well, the team plays well. Last year, he did not have a good coach. They need to keep Kaepernick, let him do what he does, end of story," end quote. Thank you very much, Joaquin. Next, we have Daniel J. Miller from Denver, Colorado, who had this to say, quote, "This is ridiculous if we trade a guy that has such great physical talent because we have an incompetent front office that can't coach him. I am a diehard 49er fan, and I have never been so embarrassed of my team. If we draft a quarterback, I will also be upset with how many holes we have on a roster that not even Tom Brady or Cam Newton could win with," end quote. Very strong statement there. Thank you, Daniel. Next, we have Austin Shoemate from Wichita, Kansas. Quote, "I will be heartbroken. I love this dude as our quarterback, but I understand why he is frustrated by this management because I am too. I hope Cap wins wherever he ends up because people hating on him seems crazy to me. And I think he is a top 10 quarterback and a great player," end quote. Thank you very much, Austin. Next, we have Richard Moore Jr. from Oak Harbor, Ohio, who had this to say, quote, "I wouldn't blame him one bit. The way the organization runs people through the mud to save face for Trent Baalke. He is the one that hires and fires coaches. He assembles the roster. It starts with him," end quote. Thank you, Richard. Next, we have Dave Arbanese from Nevada, who had this to say, quote, "I first saw the Niners play in 1968 at Kezar Stadium and have been a bleeding red and gold fan since, but I have never been this disgusted with the front office. Somehow, some way, we got to get rid of these clowns," end quote. Thank you very much, Dave. And as you all can hear, that is a quote from an old school 49ers fan who saw the 49ers play at Kezar Stadium. Thanks again, Dave. Next, we have Chris Dugan from Reno, Nevada, who had this to say, quote, "I'd love to keep Kaepernick, but we don't deserve him. And we can add this to the list of great things the front office severely messed up," end quote. Thank you, Chris. And thank you all very much for sharing your input. I really do appreciate it from you awesome members of the 49er faithful. Okay, next, in continuing on from what we were just talking about, after hearing these reactions that we just heard from members of the 49er faithful, we need to reflect on something. So first of all, the front office of the 49ers did actually prove me wrong when they decided not to hire an inexperienced yes-man type of coach, but they still continue to face criticism based on the mess they created and Colin Kaepernick's perceived unhappiness with the front office. And of course, we all know that there were rumors last season where many felt that the front office had given up on Colin Kaepernick and singled him out as the scapegoat. Okay, and now, usually when there are problems, people are always hoping for a solution. My question now is, what is a solution? I mean, realistically, assuming actually that the rumor involving Kaepernick wanting to be traded is true, let's go ahead and come up with some possible solutions. One of mine first is, will there be a meeting between Chip Kelly, Trent Baalke, Jed York, and Colin Kaepernick so they can resolve this issue? But what if this is an irreparable situation? And if it is an irreparable situation between Colin Kaepernick and the front office, can Chip Kelly be the man who repairs it and talks Kaepernick out of wanting a trade? Like we said before, this is all speculation until Colin Kaepernick decides to say what he really feels. If you want to find out what happens, keep listening to 49ers Rebel Talk. If you need updates, don't forget to visit my page, www.facebook.com/firebalky. You can also send me any questions or any concerns, whatever you want to talk about. I'll be able to answer you promptly. Thank you again, everybody, for listening. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all enjoy the Super Bowl. Make sure to join us next time. For 49ers Rebel Talk, I'm your host, Deniner Man. Over and out.
Fumble! The 49ers take the habit!
49ers Rebel Talk.